Hey guys, it's Josh here, and I'm doing the Module 1 Who's Who introduction. And it's a PowerPoint about what job you would want to be if you ever got into the, business of any kind of movie stuff. It could be tech, you could be the tech guy, you could be the actor, or, whatever. And anyway, I chose the screenwriter because it's pretty much the best job ever. Okay, what they pretty much do all day is they write scripts and the storylines for movies and individual roles for characters. The screenwriter also can, which is one of my favorite features of it, he could be the director and the actor and the screenwriter all in one, and so it's like a freaking triple threat up in here. And he gets to, he gets probably get paid like triple times the money. Also, he gets a lot of fame that way. I know a lot of people who get that. Anyway, yes, Steven Spielberg does that. Anyway, the salary, they pay a pretty good salary. Usually, the screenwriter will sell a spec or the copy of a script for maybe about $200,000 because on a lot of shows, a lot of people who write screenwriters like starts out as car salesmen or valets, and they write screenwriters in their spare time. And then whenever they get a valet person, and someone pulls up to get the valet will give the driver a copy of the script. And then, because most of the time they work in a movie set, and then they'll just take the script and go make them famous, that kind of crap, that kind of jazz. Anyway, yes, but really you won't see any of the money until the actual film, if your spec was accepted, of course, is being made. Even then, you probably won't get the whole sum until it hits theaters, because even then it's a lot, it's like a giant salary. Salary expectations depend on the industry for which you write. Movie screenwriters are paid in one lump sum, while TV writers are paid per episode. I would kind of want per episode, because that's, that way you get all the money for that. According to the pay scale, the average annual income for script writers as it ranges from $22,500 to about $6,727. See more at this thing right there, although I was trying to edit that out. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, anyway. The job ad looks pretty good. The Bureau, whatever that word is, of Labor Statistics estimates that employment of writers, authors, and editors would grow by about 6% by 2020. Big number. That's a big number. It's a long time from now. Woo. Which is slower than averaging by a lot. This is due to the growing trend of using pretty faces and shaky cameras to tell stories instead of screenwriters, which is just bad. It's just awful. Anyway, you don't need any kind of skill or school background to become a screenwriter. You just need a good imagination, a creative mind, and good writing skills. Because if there's a bunch of flaws in your writing, they're not going to take you. They might take it once, but like never again. You're also going to need a thick portfolio to show off. I mean, if you're competing between two guys, if you compete between somebody for like the screen part of a role, and like you say you wrote the same exact storyline for the same movie, but who's the guy going to hire? A guy with a tiny portfolio and barely anything in it, or somebody who's done a lot of stuff and has a giant portfolio? Anyway. So, it's good in the long run. Since it's hard to start writing right away with a writing job, consider supplementing your writing with knowledge elsewhere in a film. Earn a degree in film video with an emphasis on screenwriting, and you will find yourself more marketable. Plus, you can make contacts with established professionals or students who are just as eager to collaborate on a project. There's a lot of good colleges. My favorite would have been this one, New York Film Academy. There's also Temple University, Strayer University, and Emerson College. Remember how, this is just some pictures. Screenwriting is awesome, and it's on fire because it's so awesome. These are pictures, and these right here, this one. These are all pictures of people who are both screenwriters, directors, and actors all at the same time. This right here, Sylvester Stallone. He was in Rambo, Rocky, The Expendables, Bullet to the Head. He was in all that stuff, and he wrote storyline to most of those things. Like 3 out of 4 ain't bad. But he writes the storyline on like almost 95% of his movies. He acts them and directs them, so he can you know do stuff on the set. Vin Diesel, he was a screenwriter. That's how he got famous. And then he started getting like Triple X, the movie XXX. Also, he was in Fast and Furious and Riddick. So he wrote part of the screen to those, like Sylvester did. He started out writing part of the script, and then gradually he started writing more and more of the script till eventually he was his own writer. And so that's what Vin Diesel did, and now these two are famous movie people. And you know Nicolas Cage, he's a director, and like everything else, he's a director and all that stuff. Not very good, not a very good one, but he's a good actor. He's a damn good actor. Anyway, he's a kind of good actor. He's got a good voice for it, and so is Morgan Freeman. He was a director for a short time.
Why don't they make Siri's voice Morgan Freeman's voice?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. He's in a lot of voice stuff. Like whenever you see a commercial, he's the voice to a lot of things, like Allstate commercial. And then this guy, people who generally write are in a cafe, or like a coffee place, getting typing, just so they can show off their skill as typing, and other people can see that they type. It's like, oh, look at that guy, he's a writer. I'm like, wow, kind of not humiliative, but anyway, this is the picture of the director's seat, because that is the awesomest seat in the whole movie set. 'Cause it says director, and you get that little horn, and you get say cut, which is awesome. And this is a weird kind of actor dude looks like he's in the freaking opera. And here's Matthew to sign him off. Say peace, bye.
Alright, bros, thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button. And until then, we'll see you next time. Alright, bye.
Bye. Do subscribe.